Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about working from home. In today's lesson, we're going to start with some reading, learn some vocabulary and grammar, and finalize the lesson with some speaking activities. Let's start talking about working from home. Here are some questions for you to think. You can pause the video for 1 minute, answer the following questions, and then continue. Here are the questions. Do you work or study at home? What's good about it? What are the main challenges? You can pause now. I think you have finished answering the question after a minute pause. Now I want to share a small experience I have had myself. Right now I don't work or study at home, but I had experience of studying at home online. It had some benefits. One of the benefits was commuting, that I didn't have to commute. I could sleep a bit longer. I didn't have to wake up very early. That was the main benefit of it. The challenges were that if you are at home, your family members might disturb you. That can be one of the challenges, and you might also face some other challenges. Now we're going to read a text about how great writers deal with the following situation. So I'm going to give you the task. Here is the article, as you can see on page 1, and on page 2, here are several paragraphs that are without headings. What you need to do is you need to read the article quickly, and you should match the headings A to D with the sections from 1 to 4. For this activity, you should read very quickly and focus on only the meaning. You have 2 minutes to do it. You can pause the video. Here is page 1. Here are some headings, and this is page 2. Take 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you can continue the video. I think you have enjoyed watching the video and reading the text, the article about how writers deal with this kind of issue. Now let's continue. And let's start checking. Okay, I guess you could find the first heading properly. And if you have chosen out of these A, B, C, D answers, C1 to the first one, you're absolutely right. So here you can see writer's tips. Okay, what did you choose for the second paragraph? Well done if you have chosen option B, classic author's routines. Let's move on to third paragraph. Hopefully you have found correct answer to this one as well. And this is D option. Then came the internet. And the last one is, of course, well done. Another way or other ways. So, well done. You did it perfectly well. You had some reading of the article. This time, I want you to read the following article more deeply. You need to read the article and you need to decide if the following statements from 1 to 8 are true, false, or they are not mentioned. For this task, you can take 3 to 5 minutes. This time, focus on some elements. I recommend you to scan and focus on some numbers, names, and decide if the statements are true, false, or not mentioned. I recommend to pause the video for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we will check together. Pause the video. I think you have paused it and finished the video. So let's start checking. Okay, statement 1. Writers have more experience working from home than many other people. Do you think this is true, false, or not mentioned? Absolutely right. It's true. Statement 2. Hemingway started early because he wanted to finish early. This is, you're right, not mentioned in the article. Le Guin started writing at exactly 7:15, and that's false. I think you can correct the information referring to the text as well. Statement 4. Fleming tried to write at least 500 words a day, and this is true. Murakami doesn't use the internet, says statement 5, and this is not mentioned. Smith doesn't want to answer messages when she's writing. The statement is true. Evarista likes to find out what people think about the news. This is also true. And the last one about Angelo, who lived in a hotel, the statement is false. Well done if you could find the following answers properly. Now, here is the time for you to discuss the following questions. Take some time and you can do the discussion on your own and answer to yourself. You can pause if you want. Right now, I will continue to the next part of our lesson, so in which we will focus on some vocabulary items. The following vocabulary phrases are taken from the text. They were in bold. Deal with challenge, meet deadline, avoid distractions. You can see them from the text. What we need to do is we need to match the phrase in bold and the article with their meanings. For this, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes, pause the video for 2 minutes, and after that, we will start checking. By the way, these are really great collocations that you can use in your speech. They can help you to boost your vocabulary. I think you have paused and finished the activity. Let's start checking. Let's match the phrases in bold in the article with the meanings. Okay, if you have chosen for the meaning, keep away from things which take your attention, avoid distractions, you're absolutely right. Second one, follow a plan or timetable without changing it. Keep to a routine. Do a task by particular time. Meet a deadline. Finish a large amount of work. Get a lot done. 5. Stop giving attention to something. Lose concentration. 6. Be late in doing work or a task. Fall behind schedule. 7. Manage a difficult situation successfully. Deal with the challenge. 8. Finish something so you are free to do something else. Get something out of the way. If you have done it this way, well done. If you have had any mistakes, you can correct it from here. Now let's continue. And this time I want you to do some practice. In this practice, you need to complete the conversations with the correct form of phrases from exercise 3A. So you need to use the following phrases in this exercise. I recommend you to pause the video again. Take 2 to 3 minutes to do the task. And then you will check with me. I think you have finished. Now let's check. I will play the audio. You will listen to the audio and you can check your answers.
Audio 3.01. 1.
This homework is really difficult. I'll do it later.
No, do it now. You should get it out of the way.
2.
How was your day?
Great. I got a lot done. I finished my essay, had lunch with a friend, went to an online seminar, and then played tennis.
3.
What time will lunch be? I need to tell the people in the cafe.
Sorry, we're a bit late. We've fallen behind schedule by about 15 minutes, so I think it'll be at 1:15.
4.
Is your new job hard?
Yes, but I enjoy dealing with a challenge.
5.
You look good. Where have you been?
For a swim. I always keep to a routine. 6 o'clock get up, 6:30 go for a swim.
6.
Is it okay if I turn the TV on?
Well, not really. I'm trying to avoid distractions. The sound of the TV would bother me.
7.
What's wrong? It's that music from next door. It's making me lose concentration. I can't think.
8.
We've only got 2 days to finish the report.
Yes. Do you think we'll meet the deadline?
Okay, I think you could check your answers. Hopefully, majority of your answers, all of them were correct. So let's continue to the next part of our activity. Here are some statements that use the following conjunctions like if, in case, unless, even if. You can think, take a minute, pause the video, and choose the suitable conjunction that can complete the statement. Let's do it together. What did you choose for the first one? If you have chosen the answer if, then that's right. For the second one. Okay, well done. Unless you're very focused, you will find too many distractions and excuses not to work. Statement 3. Perfect. Even if you live in a tiny apartment in the middle of the city, you need to find a way to do some sort of movement every day. And the last one, she uses internet blocking software on her laptop in case she feels like reacting to news or messages. Let's a little bit talk about the following conjunctions. When is it better to use them? When we shouldn't use them? What kind of rules we need to follow while we are using them? The following phrases mean despite the fact that, if not, and because. So let's try to match the meanings with the following answers. Which of the following conjunctions do you think has the meaning of despite the fact that? Oh, well done. You're right. Even if. If not. Very good. Unless means if not. And last one, because you, he, she might. Very good. It's in case. So let's talk about them in detail. If you have the digital book or the book itself, you can go to page 111 and you can have a grammar bank. So let's talk about unless. As you have found out, the meaning of unless is if not. You can see the examples. Unless you hurry up, we're going to leave without you. If you don't hurry up, we're going to leave without you. Don't forget the meaning. And don't forget to use comma properly. If you put unless in the first part of the statement, you will use it. If it's in the middle, like second part, then you should avoid using commas. Let's move on to even if. So even if the company pays me twice as much, I'm going to leave. Here you can see the emphasis for if. It's not just saying if. It's emphasizing even if something happens, I'm going to do something else. The same situation about commas. If it's at the beginning, you will use commas between two clauses. If it's in the middle, you try to avoid them. Let's move on to in case. Take your umbrella in case it rains. So in this example, we use in case to talk about being prepared for the possibility that something might happen. We can use it with just as well. I'll make some sandwiches just in case we get hungry later. In statements with in case, we usually put it in the second clause and we try to avoid commas. Don't use any commas. Let's move on to in case because in case and in case of very similar. However, they are somehow different in terms of usage because we use in case with noun and informal situation to mean if something happens. Here we can see the example. Usually we talk about something bad and dangerous situation. In case of fire, break the glass. In case of bad weather, the ceremony will be held indoors. So here you can see that we are using it in formal written information. Here is a rule about using the following conjunctions. After the following conjunctions of unless, even if, and in case, you use present tenses to speak about present or future. For example, I can't help you unless you tell me the problem. You cannot say unless you will tell the problem. When the meaning is present or future, keep using present tenses. However, We can also use unless, even if, and in case with past tenses when we are talking hypothetically. Even if I won €1,000,000, I wouldn't change my job. So this is not real. So this is hypothetical. So we can use past tenses. So here is the exercise for you to do. You can do the exercise, pause for 2, 3, or 5 minutes, as long as you need, and then check the answers with me. I will quickly check the answers with you as soon as you finish. Pause the video. Okay, let's check. Here are the answers. You can pause again here and try to check. If you want, you can take the screenshot of this page and compare your answers. Let's move on to the next part. Here you can rewrite the sentences using the words in brackets. Take 2 minutes to do the task, or it can take a bit longer. Pause the video and then check the answers. Let's check it together. I'll show you the answers. You can compare it with your own. Take the screenshot of this page if you want and compare the answers with yours. Now let's give you a small task in which you do a little speaking. So here are some parts about starting the work-study day, taking breaks, equipment, and socializing, and ending the day, internet and phone access. So you can think about how you can complete the following statements so that it can be suitable to your own content. Make sure you try to use vocabulary you have learned, grammar you have learned. Extra self-study tasks for Unit 3A is from workbook. You can open the reading passage from workbook page 19 and you can do it. Hopefully this lesson was very helpful and I hope you will enjoy working from home because it was a lot of benefits as we discussed today. See you in our next lessons.